Oh, excuse me. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Not bad. It's been so long since I've seen you.
I know a whole 2 minutes.
I know. Let's wait for everybody to roll on in. Okay, so welcome to the commentary zone. As you come into the room, please don't forget to give us a little thumbs up. I'm going to do that right now. Um, And if you're new to our little channel and you like what you see, please give us a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. And if you are returning to our little home away from home, welcome back. Hello to everybody in the live chat, and hello to everyone in the replay crew. All right, so on the docket today, we have the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, Season 11, Episode 23, Reunion Part 3.
What are your thoughts on it?
Exactly that. It was a snore. Um,
Yeah, it wasn't hard hitting,
and
but
we didn't even get to see that much of the Erica stuff. It didn't.
it
There
didn't
wasn't
play
that
out.
much.
No, but we kind of called this. We kind of said look, it's either gonna go. This is probably what we're gonna get, so we're not too shocked. But
Mm-hmm.
it's still a little. It's still a little bit of a letdown.
Yeah, I think it could have been three max. You could have
Yes,
done all Erica first episode, then hit on each and every one of the other ladies who had nothing in the second episode, and then the third hit on Erica with the final nail in the coffin.
I agree. 4 part. We knew 4 parts was going doing too much anyway.
Yeah,
We can't really
yeah.
play pretend like we're shocked, but it's just
Mm-hmm.
like, dude, come on.
Hey, Liz. Welcome. Okay, so, all right, so we pick up. Hey, Nisei. Oh, people are rolling in. Yay! Welcome back, y'all. I know today's a little bit of a busy day because we've got a lot going on, but we're trying to get everything in. All right, so we pick up with Kathy crying from last episode, and whatever. Um, Kyle thought that her television show was a love letter to her mom, but it really wasn't about her mom. Huh?
It was, yeah, it was inspired by
And it was nice that they confirmed that the Hiltons are now speaking to Mauricio again.
kudos.
And we find out that the lady at the Hilton Mansion is actually Miss Paula, who does everything for Miss Kathy.
Go Paula.
Okay, so then they ask Garcelle how she forgot her sister name. And Garcelle admits that she had a falling out with her sister Carol. And it could be because of that, or it could
Mhm.
have been that you got a lot of brothers and sisters. Sometimes you lose track. Like, I only have one sibling and I sometimes forget his name. Like, hello?
So who you be again? Oh, that's right.
Yeah. But she did say that after seeing Kathy and Kyle, their interactions, that she's seeing her situation in a different light. So hopefully she'll be back on track with Carol
Yeah.
or whoever. Um, we find out that Kim likes Kathy on the show. Kyle has Kim's new number. And they kind of tease us that Kim might make an appearance, I guess, next season. Whatever. I didn't care. Then we get the segment on Crystal. And Erica says that she took to her because Crystal worked at an escort service. Shut up.
I think it's more because Crystal was so open about it.
No, I think she took to Crystal because Erica probably wants to get into acting. And this was her grand performance. And her husband is in filmmaking, and that's an in route for her. Whatever. She Erica's very calculating.
Hmm.
Did not like the way Erica lashed out at Crystal. I didn't either. I thought it was inappropriate. She was just asking you a question, and that's supposed to be your friend that you vibed with so much. So Erica don't like nobody. I don't even think Erica like herself at this point. Um, they have a vote on the leather pants. Um, then we get to the part of with the Crystal Sutton um disagreement this season. And Crystal admits that it was probably compounded because she wished that they had a better conversation that very first night. You know, where she was like,
Hmm.
"Are you one of those girls?"
Right. That's
Because
not the best way to start off, but I understand where she was coming
right.
from, though.
Mhm. And they did highlight that there was a difference in between Sutton saying that she doesn't see color and Kathy Hilton saying that she doesn't see color.
So
I
yeah,
think the
the tone is
tone and the
different.
level was
Yes,
totally different in both of those conversations.
very different.
Yeah, with the Sutton one, I think they were talking at each other, and in the
Yep.
Kathy Hilton one, they were talking with each other,
Yeah,
and there's a difference.
it was more about learning and understanding
Hmm.
versus winning and arguing.
Hmm. And Sutton apologized again on the set of the reunion for that, which I thought was nice because although they didn't resolve it in that first argument, and then it just kept on compounding. Um, I think on the night of the episode, they showed the written apology that Sutton did on social media, and then she apologized again there. So I think their relationship really has come a long way, which is very nice. Um, and then she talks about all of the threats that she's been receiving since being on the show. Well, hot damn.
Exactly.
Oh,
I was like,
Lord.
whoa, that's a lot to deal with.
And then Sutton apologizes for any part that she played in that. Well, damn, Sutton is on an apology tour with this woman. Did you notice that she did two apologies within minutes of each other?
Yeah, it was just it was. I'm like, what are you apologizing for? I mean, I can understand. I think she just. I think when you take when you're in the throes of it, it can be difficult to see like the optics. But when you can watch it back and then you realize what's happening to someone, you kind of like you're like, damn, did I really do that?
Yeah, but I like Sutton. This is that second apology where she apologized for any part she might have played in it. Sutton is such a soft-hearted person, and if anyone was like even saying stuff, you know, how dare you do that to Sutton? Like Sutton takes that on, and Sutton
Hmm.
has no control over that,
Agreed.
but she still takes it on. And you know, Sutton's a doll. I love her and her jewelry. Maybe her jewelry more. Is that bad? Anyway.
It's just truthful.
I also noticed in in that segment, Kyle and Garcelle are you know teaming up a lot. Every episode we see them teaming up. Kyle is not. I haven't seen Kyle dispute anything with regards to Garcelle. Have you noticed it?
Well, yeah, like Kyle understands. Kyle understands what it is, and she's not going. I'm sorry. I think Kyle's just afraid of Black Twitter. Sorry. That and I think she's come to appreciate Garcelle in a way that said, okay, I get you now. Like they probably spent time together and have been talking to each other.
Mm-hmm.
So, you do your best to move forward. Now this is her way of moving forward. And she also knows Kathy likes Garcelle. And she's not going to go against Kathy.
Okay. Okay. All right. Um, let's see. Andy asked what did they like about Crystal. I don't know. Kyle says she loved the dumplings and getting to experience the Chinese New Year. And Lisa says that she considers Crystal a little sister. Since when? Why? How? Huh?
Right. That made no sense. Good try though.
Okay. Crystal really says that she really enjoys the ladies, but I guess some of the stuff that comes along with being on a show, I don't think she expected it, and it was kind of horrific for her. And hopefully,
Mhm.
she can work through that, and just not focus on people that you don't know who are just spewing hate for no good goddamn reason.
Mhm.
Just saying. Um, then they talk about Lisa. They talk about their fashions this season, and Lisa and having her dresses out in her garage, and how Andy told her as soon as he saw that episode, move your damn stuff. People are going to rob you or whatever, and she's now moved them to some place that stores vintage garments. I
She
don't
been
know.
she been she been and had that locker quit playing. We all know she moved
Oh.
those dresses into that storage on the day of filming.
um, they asked Garcelle who she thinks dresses the best, and she says it's Dorit because she really takes time and effort to put everything together, and she's like really involved. Whatever. Dorit says that she buys everything retail
Mhm.
and then
But
resells it.
Andy was so shitty though. He's like, oh, I would thought by this time you would have like some sort of partnership or sponsorship or some kind of
Mm.
discount. I was like, Andy, be nice.
Well, she said that she has had offers, but they well, and it's true. When you get into those deals, you have to
Yes,
wear what they want you to wear,
exactly. So
and
I
why
understood
not
her.
buy it and resell it?
I understood her on that point though, because she's I
Hmm.
dress for me. So I'm like that makes sense because and sometimes certain brands don't want you wearing other brands. So that could be another issue.
What do you think about what Ebony wrote? I don't understand why not one person told EJ not to talk to me like that. Like, B, stop snapping on me. I think the only person who has done it is is Sutton.
Right.
And I think we'll see in the final installment that she's like, you can't talk to people like that. How is that supposed to be a healthy conversation, to be quite
Exactly.
honest? Lisa's fashions were not only old, but they looked old. Ooh. She had some really good dresses back in the day.
She did
I'm
it.
not gonna
Oh yeah.
lie. Those vintage Tom Ford Gucci dresses, those are priceless. And she's got quite a few of those. Yeah, oof. They're scared of her. True, I think that's a valid reason, especially
I don't know
after
why.
seeing how she flipped out on Sutton when Sutton said, "Don't talk to me like that," and the snarling or what kind of thing.
That's what you call security. Security. Come handle that.
Well, I would love to see Erica Jane just come and back up the or what's.
Right.
What are you gonna do?
Right. Please do
Show
it.
your whole entire ass out here and see the people don't come and arrest you right away. Just faster. I mean, I think these women are a little too concerned with optics and how it's going to play. You
I
should have
agree with
said
that.
that, or what? Do it.
Yeah. Please
Do it.
add to
Spit
your
one
issues.
more time on me and see if I don't charge you with assault. Can that be
Mm,
charged as assault? Spit?
yes.
Spittle? See, there
Hmm.
you go. There you go. I'm learning. I'm learning, Jamal. What are you gonna do? Yeah. She's a bully. Ebony, I agree. She's a bully. She pounds people verbally, but I'm not sure if she's still scrappy like back in her dancing days that she could fight.
She been
You
Miss
know,
Girardi too. She been Miss Girardi too long. I'm sorry.
and
So what
whatever.
did you? So I want to talk about the Kyle Mauricio Dorit PK dinner that she was upset about. I'm like,
Oh,
you can't be upset. I mean, I get it from your standpoint. I get it. I mean, but what they weren't lying though.
Here's the thing. She didn't say she was upset. She said she was hurt. And the truth hurts.
Correct.
The truth. So I understood why she would be hurt, but I don't think it was hurt so much by what was said, but by who it was said by, because she thought she had
She
these
did say PK.
girls in line. No, she thought she had the girls in line. She didn't factor in the men.
She did no, she did because what she said was she's like, I was hurt, about, especially what PK said because we have worked very hard on a relationship.
Hmm. But
So
much like nobody should trust her, why should she trust anybody?
true,
You
that's true.
know, I don't see these women as real friends
Hmm.
other than Garcelle and Sutton. Because up to this past weekend, Sutton attended a charity function down here in Miami in Biscayne that was honoring Garcelle.
Yeah, I saw the photo on Instagram.
Child down at the Ritz Carlton.
Ebony's absolutely right. PK made sense at the dinner.
He
He did.
did. He did. It was in a joking manner, but everything he
Hmm.
said, like, take away the laughter. Take away the laughter. And it's what all of us have been saying. It doesn't make sense.
Not at all.
Is that your new channel? I got my reminder. Yes. Yes, Cooch, that's our new channel. Say it, be it. So yeah, she has a right to be hurt because the truth hurts.
Yes.
You didn't you ain't genuine, so why do you expect your friends to be genuine too?
I mean, they were just being honest, and like, was it okay? Was a laughing matter? Not really, but like when you put the pieces together, the way it was told to them, it was ridiculous. Like Dorit said, when you put the stories together and they kept changing, it sounded preposterous. I'm like, finally, you said it. And
Mm-hmm.
also with the Instagram, I'm finally glad they all said the same thing. Like, look, the Instagram is not a good look. Erica's like, this is how I pay my bills, and this is and that. They're like, well, you kind of got to do a little shift here now because when you're on the Instagrams, just laid out doing your thing, it just doesn't seem like you really care about the victim. And that's all they're saying. They're not hounding you. They're not dogging you. They're just saying, hey, you can still do what you do, but be mindful of how it looks, and you may want to have a little shift here and there.
Mm-hmm. I agree. I
And when
agree.
Lisa Rinna stepped up, it's like, it's not the best look. I'm like, uh
Well,
oh,
she was straddling the line there because she
she
goes,
was.
"Can I understand it? Yes, but is it the best thing? No. Shut
No.
up."
I was like, what? Rinna? Ultimate defense? What happened?
But here's the thing: she got whacked in the backside because of that, and
Of
lost the
course she.
gig
Mm-hmm.
because of it. You know, when you feeling your when you really feeling yourself and your head is too big and you feel you could say anything to anybody anytime because you was you. No, reality has a way of smacking you in the ass and saying that's not how it's going to be, and you lose your job at QVC
Exactly. And I
or
love it.
HMN or whatever.
And then I love it when he was telling like, well, the victims, you're not saying that. He's all it lands differently when there are actual people, like
Oh
actual
my god.
victims. I'm like,
And
yes.
everyone there was like a choir. You never said
It was
it.
everybody. It was everybody though. That was the funny part. It was everybody.
And then Andy pounded home on that. I think that was the one thing that she might have answered almost, you know. Um I found that in this episode she kept on relying on her fallback, like, well, there are a lot of things that I cannot
Mm-hmm.
say or I'm not at liberty to say, you know.
Well, quit saying you've been 100% honest when you've left things out because you're not at liberty to say shut up.
Mhm.
Stop saying you've been 100% honest. I'm right here. You're right here to get that check.
Mhm.
So honestly, it's all we're only at 20 minutes, and to me, this is over. This is like a kind of a nothing burger. Did we miss anything?
I like when Garcelle asked Erica, she asked her why she doesn't understand why they
That was
would
a
be
good question.
concerned about being grouped in. And Erica is just holding her ground on this one, and I don't understand why.
Because she's like,
She's
there's
like,
not,
it
there's
doesn't
nothing that
impact
legal,
you.
there's nothing here that legally ties you. She's all, but then she said like, but do the articles project onto you? Yes,
Mhm.
and that's their concern. Is the
Yes.
fact that these articles are going to project onto them like they knew something.
Hmm. And then Sutton had the follow up where Sutton says, she feels that Erica left La Quinta early because she was running away. What was left unsaid was that she had a heads up on that
Right.
L.A. Times article.
No, she denied that. That was the part that killed me.
She did deny it, but that's what Sutton was
Yes.
talking about. That's why
Mhm.
she was running away.
Yep.
And you do get a heads up on those articles because those writers, those journalists will call your people and say, do you have a comment on this
Comment.
article that I'm running tomorrow?
Exactly.
We're getting ready to go to press. Want to see if
They,
you have anything to say about it.
exactly.
Child, no. But Erica says that she left La Quinta because of Garcelle. Bullshit.
Get out of here. You guys,
Bullshit.
your people call you and say, girl, it's coming out tomorrow. You might want to get back.
And then
Get back in.
I was pissed at Kathy because Kathy comes in after that and she goes, well, there are other shows that had people with charges. And Andy was like, the difference is that was IRS stuff.
Right.
This has got
Victims.
victims. This is a little different.
I'm gonna say this. Andy picks his spots and he picks them one because he had to let Miss Kathy Hilton know like, hold up, let me help you out with this one since you're not getting it.
Mm-hmm.
Victims.
Mm-hmm.
They was just defrauding the government. That's completely different. This is victims.
Yep, yep. And then that was the part where she was like, I said that she feels horrible and about it. And she said it. And Andy says, no, you haven't. And then Crystal says, you know, I don't know, like if Rob had done that to me, I would be so angry. And oh no, Crystal said at this point, hold on, I'm getting ahead of myself with Crystal because Crystal had two good points. Crystal said, um, at that point, after Andy said, no, she hasn't, Crystal said, why haven't you said it to the victims? Right. And then
Mm-hmm.
the other point where I liked what Crystal had to say was where she was saying, I don't understand. Like she was trying to relate it, like if her husband had done it to her and how she
Right.
would feel. And there would be anger, and she doesn't understand why Erica doesn't have any anger towards Tom. And so then Erica whips around on her with all the anger that she should have for Tom and says, is this anger enough for you? That's supposed to be your friend. No movie role for you.
Right. You better call Eileen. Get you another part on Days of Our Lives. She's
Mm-hmm.
retired. She still got some pull.
And Sutton has another part where she says that Erica, to her, that Erica tried to come across as the victim during the season. I was like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, Sutton has been sitting there digesting all of this and is like really listening because the Botox is not working with her little thought wrinkles right here. And so her face is crinkling up and she's like squinting the eyes and she's barely swallowing what Erica has been saying these past two episodes. So I loved it when she said that. Um, and Erica falls back again on there's a very limited way in which she can respond. And I'm gonna need you to stop saying that.
I mean, it's true. We understand it, but you you don't have to give specific details. You can just say, well, this is the part I can tell you. There's another part I can't tell you. I mean, people
Mm-hmm.
don't mind you leaving things out as long as you say you're leaving certain parts out due to legal ramifications. No one
Mm-hmm.
cares about that. People just want to know that you understand that this is where they're coming from. And we just want you to say what you have to say, and just say, I'm going to leave certain parts out for legal reasons, but this is what I can tell you. That's
Mm-hmm.
all. She's telling stories and then changing them. Because when that, like, my thing is when that car story went to allegedly, I was just about done.
when everything started going to allegedly. You notice that?
Yeah, everything's
Everything
alleged.
started going to allegedly. And I was like, alleged who?
Mhm.
What? Huh? And Cooch, I would agree with this if I thought she loved him. I don't know if Erica loved Tom or what Tom could provide for her.
Mhm. It's fair.
And there is still some sort of allegiance to Tom.
Oh, definitely.
And I don't think it's out of love. I just wonder if he has twisted something that reflects badly on her, which can make her go down.
Mhm.
Because at one point, he was a brilliant lawyer and obviously a master, like, shyster.
Litigator,
Well, no, well, a master lawyer, yeah, but then he also had the con man part of him that did
charlatan.
all of this.
You tend to say he's a charlatan?
Well, yeah, okay. Or as Miss Lydia would say, charlatan. Remember when she said that last season?
That was hilarious.
And then she swung her purse.
Right? I was like, excuse me?
you know, I I I just see Erica. You know them old fashioned. I think they still have them at the dollar store, but we have them in Barbados all over the place. You know those fly strips that you
Yes.
hang from the ceiling and the
Yep.
flies get caught to it.
Mhm.
I just see Erica caught on a piece of fly strip. I
Mhm.
do. Damned if you do, damned if you don't. Do I believe that she knew about it? Didn't they do a vote on that? Or is that next episode?
Next week.
Yeah. Uh, do I feel like she was the mastermind of this? No.
Mm-mm.
Do I feel like she had that she knew about all the details? No. Do I think
Mm-mm.
she knew something was wrong? Yes. And she should have known it from when she started getting legal papers back in 2017 or 18.
I would, yeah, that and the loan would have been a red flag for me. The loan's a red flag.
I want more information on that because if she left the running of the day to day of the LLC to him and she never looked at the books, she's dumber than I thought. Um,
But when you
she
take
might
a,
not have known what was going in and going out.
but here's the thing though, with the loan, since it's your LLC, you have to sign off on it. And Sutton said that too. If it's your LLC,
Mhm.
you're responsible for anything that comes in and out of your company, including if
Uh-huh.
it's a loan, you have to sign off on it because
But who's
it's
to
yours.
say that he wasn't signing it as her?
Okay. Yeah, when you see those documents.
Yeah, this is the one time that I would like a little bit more information on why she is saying that she's so innocent in this. And I know I probably won't ever see that because
Right.
I'm not a lawyer. I'm not going to see what's been presented in court or anything like that, even if it is. But sometimes wicked people do wicked things to
Correct.
people who they know they can get over on. And sometimes idiots get in too deep.
True that.
you know am I saying the Lisa line, let's wait and see how it plays out? Yes and no. Do I do want to hear more of what happens with it, but I can condemn her for her behavior that she's displayed this season
Hmm.
by not, at least being sort of sorry for what's happened to these people. It's not all about you, girl. It's just not. You're not the victim. Um, has your life drastically changed? Yeah. But go and get vaginal rejuvenation, tighten that puss up, and go and find your next limp willy to ride. Sorry. You know how this works. Anywho,
So
that's my.
anything else?
No, that was it.
You want to? We at 30 minutes. You want to drop the link before we close out? Because we have
Okay.
about 10, 15 minutes.
Yeah, hold on. Let me put it there. Da, 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 da. There you go. Anyone who wants to pop up and say anything about their feelings regarding Erica, come on up. Oh my gosh.
I mean, overall, we kind of knew this was going to way to go.
Yeah, that's why I reserved my feelings on this was done just to for advertising.
Of course,
Yeah.
but we were smart this time. We're not gonna get duped into this one.
Hey,
Ebony.
Ebony. Hey there. Oh
Oh,
yeah.
sorry, I was on mute.
Oh yeah,
Uh-huh.
you're good.
Yeah, so I was just kind of confused of how, her son, right? This with her son's story about how the son um, went to Tom's house at the burglary or something or other
Mm-hmm.
to help Tom. Why wouldn't a son who's a police officer report something like that? Because he's a police officer. Why wouldn't her son report it himself to help Tom?
See, I thought he went over there to help Tom with like boarding up some windows that got damaged during the thing. That's what I didn't think he went over there in a legal capacity. I don't think they would
Like,
have wanted him as the person reporting it
yeah.
because of his relation to him.
Oh, I just thought she said I called my son to go over there because something had happened at Tom's house. So I called
Yep.
my son to go over there to
Check up
to
on him or
check on.
something.
So
Right.
if
To
there was
check
a
on it.
situation, why wouldn't the son call the police to make sure they make, you know, a report?
I think by that point where she was told, I'm assuming by her lawyers that something had happened over at Tom, like the police were already involved. So she was sending her son because she can't go. She was sending the son over there just to make sure and report back to her, probably.
Yeah, I just felt like she had a lot of empty answers. I felt like you were at people. She was getting direct questions, but she just wasn't giving. Um,
Do you
they
see
just didn't make
how all
sense.
three of us have a different perspective on that? And it's because she has changed that story so many
Yeah,
times that we are all confused.
yeah, and Cooch said it. She said, now you're using the word allegedly. All the beginning, you weren't using allegedly. I mean,
Yeah.
after the past episodes, never used the word allegedly. Now you're saying
Mhm.
allegedly. I'm like, okay.
Yeah,
I guess we
it's
have to
a little
accept it.
weird. Yeah, it's a little weird and it's a little off-putting,
Yeah,
especially you change the story when you used allegedly.
yeah,
Right. And how was a car accident allegedly though? Like it's
yeah.
either the car accident happened or it didn't. I mean, it can't be alleged.
Didn't somebody bring up that there's no police report? Like they can't find the
Next
police report was what
next
Erica
episode.
said?
So we have to wait till next week. This is a whole
Yes.
month. This is a whole month we're wasting. So we have to wait till next week to hear that question for her to say, and there is no report. I mean, that's just nuts. I
They
don't
can't
know.
find one.
Yeah.
Oh
There
wait,
was, you can't find. I
you
just
can't
don't
find
think.
one.
Yeah, and I think Kathy Hilton. Yeah, I think she's a gem, but we just gave her a little too much time. We gave her. She had a whole segment. I just didn't think that she needed that long of a segment.
She
I mean,
didn't.
She didn't.
she's
But
just
they've
a
been
friend to the
kissing up
show.
to her. They've been kissing
Yeah,
up to her.
she was just a friend to the show. I mean, half the things she said we didn't understand. We just laughed at it because they were they were kind of funny. I mean, they were really
Mhm.
kind of funny. I mean, especially the hunky dory. She just made that line even
Mhm.
funnier. Like, I just can't believe it. Yeah, I just think that she was just too long. I just feel bad for Erica because I'm like, how do we take her next season? So everything she's going to say next season, because she's going to come on, we're going to be like, I don't know. That don't make sense either.
And with
We're
Cap,
not going to like her.
right, and with Kathy, I think she's just there to make sure Kyle toes the line. Like, look, we didn't talk about this Erica situation. I'm gonna stay here to make sure you understand what we doing up here.
Mhm.
We don't mess with her.
Yeah, even Kathy seemed like she was kind of sided with Erica. Not that I'm saying we need to be against Erica, because I felt like there's so many people against her, but even I felt like Kathy was trying to, like, she brought out that, like you said, the question, like, well, there's been other other stories about, allegations, how come they're not getting as much heat as she's getting? And I felt like, why, that didn't have anything to do with Erica.
Listen, that's the pretend Kathy. The real Kathy was the woman who was in La Quinta saying, "We don't know her.
Right.
That was the real
Exactly.
We
Kathy.
don't know
That's
her."
the real Kathy. That's what
That's
Yeah,
the
Kathy.
real
that's,
Kathy.
yeah, the
Kathy
real Kathy's
didn't.
the one who's controlling this wedding that she's making for her daughter. So
Yes,
that
on
are you guys
Hmm.
gonna cover
TikTok.
that wedding? Are you guys gonna cover her wedding?
I want to watch it. I'm not sure if Jamal
I'm
wants
gonna watch
to.
it because I just want to see like the money. I want to see what y'all got, the food, how much open bar you really have. Yeah,
Oh
I'm gonna
Yeah,
yeah.
watch
so
it.
I think we'll see the real Kathy. Because she was directing when at Kathy's dinner, she was telling him to
Yep.
repolish. So that's the real Kathy, The real
Mm-hmm.
Kathy
Hmm.
wakes up at 12 o'clock in the afternoon, that's the real Kathy, so that's the real one. So we get a little fluffy, but I think we just wait like a little too long with this Kathy. I like her. Thank you for the laughs. I
Mm-hmm.
like her, but that's and I really feel bad for Crystal getting out those nasty racist messages. I feel like that. I felt like Asians should never get any type of hate like that. So
Well,
I
no
didn't see
one
the
should. Yeah, no one should. I mean, what
yeah.
is she doing? She's doing the same thing that these other ladies are doing.
Yes. So
Is
why are you
anybody
hating on her?
attacking them
Right.
for being
Exactly.
on the show? It's just not. It's not right. It's foul.
Yeah.
Um, but I'm glad that she spoke on it,
I'm glad
and
you
I
spoke on
hope
it.
that she has the support to learn how to deal with that mess.
Yeah.
Um, because that's crazy. But I've been wishy washy with Crystal,
Yeah.
um, but I do appreciate what she brings to the show with regards to highlighting her culture, her
Yeah. I thought
family.
that was
I
great.
want to learn more about her brother, who's this like pop star in China. I want to see the cast trip go to China when we
That
That
would
would
open
be
be
back
nice.
up.
fun.
That would be
That would
You
be
nice.
know,
fun.
That
because
beautiful. That was beautiful.
yeah, they give, let's call a thing a thing. They're very generous with the Beverly Hills crew and their trips. We've had the most fascinating trips with them.
Yeah. That
You
Dubai
know,
trip was beautiful.
Dubai and Japan. Didn't they go to Tokyo as well?
Yep.
Yeah.
When they went to Amsterdam, like, oh
Yeah.
Lord, they turned Amsterdam upside down.
Yeah.
Um, you
Yeah. Yeah. They did.
know,
I really
I,
do want to see,
yeah.
yeah, and I think that I think it would be nice just to see the sisters. I mean, we kind of begging to see them together. I don't know what they would do, but
Oh, you mean the Richards girls, the three of
yeah,
them?
I don't. Yeah, I don't know what we was. I mean, it would
Mm,
be nice to see, but what would they do for us?
See, I'm hesitant on that because I worry about Kim. Is she like when she left this show, she was a damaged bird. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
And this show did it to her.
yeah, I think so too.
You know, would I like to see them on there? Yeah, just a snippet. But for
Yeah,
her to come back for a whole season or even as a friend,
give me
I
a
don't
dinner.
know if Kim
I
can
yeah,
handle that.
I would like to see them do a dinner, like the three do a dinner. I can do that.
Yeah.
I'll get
At least Savannah comes out.
at least a bit. Okay.
Just saying.
Kyle's not invited.
Well, well, that is true
Right, right, right.
because
She
we
was.
are yes
She's
because
not allowed.
Lisa's still friends with Kathy and Kim, but not
Yeah.
friends with Kyle. I'm like, are you serious?
Mhm.
How is she
That's
still friends with
crazy.
how is she still friends with your
Listen,
sister?
Ken is not letting her in the door. He put her out.
Yes,
Mm-mm.
he's on the do not let in the gates.
The swans will attack.
I was about to say that the attack swans get it. They got Kyle's face with a big old "Do not enter." You see this? You see this? Get up.
Mhm.
Now I know this is an old episode, but I do like that she carried that swan to the vet. Do you remember that she carried the swan to the
Hmm.
vet? I
Mhm.
like that. That was like showing she gets down and dirty with her animals.
Oh, and the
She's
little
got a
babies,
pretty.
the miniature pony. Remember when they went on that trip in the plane to go buy a miniature pony? The
For Kim,
Yeah,
yeah.
cheerleaders?
oh, they did, and they had a broken foot, right?
Mhm.
Hmm.
Mhm.
But then he sent it back.
I think so.
Yeah,
Yeah, like those were good old days. And the
yeah.
Malou poof.
The Maloof hoof. Yeah, yeah. What happened to because Cat, sorry, LVP had a shoe too.
Oh, she
The
did?
Vanderpump. That's
Yeah,
part of the that was part of the falling out between
Oh, child.
Adrian and Lisa, she said the Vanderpump will like kick the ass with the Maloof hoof or something like that.
Yeah, move over. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, I can't remember.
That's when it was fun and it was actual like you could
That's
see
what
the
was actual
friendship.
good content. Yeah, this is just
Mhm.
drawing out. It's, now we're looking for allegations for anybody. Half these girls have allegations, so now we're just looking for
Okay, so
allegations.
Kelly, we did hear that It got burgled.
And I have a tweet for that too, which is gonna be hilarious.
But here's the thing. I can't believe nothing with It. Because you know how she just sells the houses after every season? What if she couldn't get the house sold? So she does the robbery in order to get the insurance money to hold them over until they can sell the house. I know that's way out there, but
But the taxes though, you gotta remember the taxes.
well, they need money to pay the taxes. So if you can't offload the house because it's overpriced, why not, burgle yourself?
Who did the alarm system? Was it Teddy's husband? Oh, sorry.
Probably.
I'm just saying.
Well, how does she own all these amazing, expensive clothing? I mean, and that she owes a lot of taxes. I don't get that. I'm kind of
she said she buys them and pays retail. That's what she's saying.
Isn't that why she's banned from the Louis Vuitton store? Because they found out that she was putting everything for resale on Poshmark.
I think the people did say that.
This might be the last season we see the Louis Vuitton. I'm serious.
Yeah, no one's really liking Dorit to be on next season, but I don't want to see I don't want to see what's her name. I don't want to see EJ next season, but I know she's going to be there.
We're gonna see her dating her next old man, her next financier. Bless
I just
her
think
heart.
I think she just was incomplete for me. I don't know. I don't like her. So, but I'm glad you guys dropped the link today. It was awesome. You guys do a great job. So keep up the good work.
Thanks.
Yeah, real quick before you go, I do see there is a video from the Real India Beverly Hills back in August, and it says shocking housewife banned from Louis Vuitton. Let me click on this real quick. I just want to be nosy.
I know I heard a little dribble drabble about it.
It was a blind item, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and isn't it convenient? They've already started filming.
That's right, Shady. I really do. Kim knows how to keep Renee in line. She's probably the only one who kept her in line. Mm-hmm. And now I'm glad she gave that bunny back. I'm like, yeah, I'm glad she gave that bunny back.
But listen, that one tear that rolled out of Lisa Rinna's eye when the bunny was given back was the best acting that she's done in generations.
So do you think that Erica's acting for us, or she's, this is
her big audition?
Do you like the audition? Do you like what's happening?
She want to be in Lion King 16.
I bet she was exhausted after this. Like, all this storytelling. I bet she was exhausted. But she it was like.
Did y'all notice? I noticed it especially in part 2. Her pupils were so dilated. Now she's sitting right next to Lisa Rinna. Lisa Rinna's pupils were very constricted because there's lights shining on them. But you look at Erica and her pupils are wide open. And I'm like, girl, did they give you elephant tranquilizer to come on this show?
Because eardrops in her eyes.
Oh, jeez.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Or air freshener as mouth freshener, like
right. Oh my goodness.
Like, that sounds about right. Yeah, I'm having a gorilla.
Or an elephant.
That makes sense now. That makes sense. I'm having a gorilla.
But yeah, I don't know. I keep watching Erica. I think she didn't have much close-ups this episode. I'm sure that they're going to do it again for the final part. I feel like part 4 will be a letdown.
Yeah, we didn't need part 4. I mean, we could really did without part 3. Yeah. We could really did without 3, period. I
We
mean,
could have done a 2-hour reunion all in one
Right.
night. Because if we
yeah,
can slog through 90 Day and that
yeah,
mess, we could have slogged through a 2-hour of this first hour, get Erica out of the way. And then the second hour, we could have focused on the mess. No, the let's see. In the second hour, we could have broke that up into 30 minutes and hit all of the other housewives, and then come back and round off with Erica and her lion ass.
yeah. Or they could have just gave Cat. But oh, this is what I was gonna bring up. Okay, so they brought up the fact that how long Kyle and her sister weren't speaking. They weren't speaking for 10 years. So they were not speaking way before, like, when did they stop speaking?
They
Was it
After
stopped
after season
season
speaking
one,
when
season one,
season one?
season
when
So
one.
Mauricio left. Mauricio was the first rift in their relationship because remember he was working for Rick at the real estate firm.
was that
And then
season
when
one?
he it was season 1 or season 2 when he started the agency and he
Okay,
started pilfering all of the agents from Rick's firm to
okay.
go to the agency, and that was the first rift in the relationship. Kyle and them are trying to drive a narrative that it was because of
Yeah,
American
that's what
Woman,
I was.
and it's
Yeah.
not.
Okay, yeah. That's I'm like, am I going crazy? Because it was way before American Woman. American
Oh,
Woman's
way
been
before.
Right, because why have they excommunicated Mauricio? He ain't had nothing to do with American Woman, but
right,
it goes back to business and what
right,
Mauricio did to Rick.
right.
So
So
they
they're just
need
making
to
it
set
sound
that
like,
straight.
yeah, they're making it sound like they just stopped talking because of American Woman. It wasn't because of American Woman. It's because of something else.
Oh yeah, it
Yep.
was definitely because of the business deal. Because
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
what it was is that Mauricio started his own agency, but really didn't go to Rick and say, "Hey, this is what I really want to do. What are
Mm-hmm.
your thoughts?" Yada yada yada. He basically he went against the family, the way it plays out.
Yep,
So
he
they
did it
got
in
mad at
secret
him.
and then stole the
Hmm.
agents.
Yep.
But
yeah.
all of them agents went right back to Rick within 6 months.
Shame, shame,
Mm-hmm.
shame, shame. Well, who do you think is the richest other than Sutton? Is it Sutton's the richest?
Sutton's the richest on her own, in her own right.
Right,
Um,
and then Crystal
Crystal,
or
what?
Crystal's she's got money.
Crystal got 3 bags. Um,
So that mini Birkin was just a prop for us to be like, oh, she's got a Birkin.
listen, what told me, look, all right, Kyle has been real estate adjacent for all her life. Let's just call a thing a thing. Did you see Kyle's face when Crystal took her down into the basement and they were doing that $500,000 putt putt automated putt putt thing? That is, what kind of return on investment are you going to get on that? Kyle
Right.
said it herself. It's neat and all, but there's so many golf courses outside. Like, you're spending $500,000 on this? Okay. Waste of money.
Oh
Waste of
yeah,
Yeah.
money.
total waste of money.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Maybe after Sutton, Kyle might be. She might be. I would say after Sutton, Kyle. And I think the reason why she treated Sutton so badly this season was because somebody was on there who was richer than her, who wasn't her sister.
Mm. That could be a fair point. I could
Mm-hmm.
see that.
Kyle, someone said it in our live chat in one of these episodes. Kyle doesn't like to see anybody, like, she wants to be number one, and I think that's why she got into cahoots with Lisa Rinna to get rid of LVP, because LVP had more cash than her.
Yo,
And
way more
people liked
coin.
LVP and people don't like Kyle.
With the whole Kyle LVP, I think this really stems from the simple fact that the show was supposed to be centered around Kyle,
Mm-hmm.
but it then became Lisa Vanderpump's show. But that's no one's fault but Kyle's though. Like, it was Beverly Hills was set up for Kyle to be the breakout star, and it didn't happen. That's really what it was. Sorry.
Yeah, she's not. I don't know. So
Like
bad.
Kyle's always been in the background though. Like, and no matter who's there, first it
It's
was Lisa
okay to be number
Vanderpump,
2. You could be number 2. It's a number.
but she's not even number 2 now. Like, I
She's
mean,
so she
she's
dropped the.
not.
No,
She's
yeah,
robbed.
she
Cause
just
you
she just
have
let Garcelle and Sutton take her spot. So
right. They didn't have to do much to do it either. They just came in like, look, we gonna let you have it, and it is what it is.
yeah, you can't be number 1 if the fans don't like you.
Yeah.
If the fans don't like you, can't be number 1. You can't sit there and kiss Erica's butt and tell oh, I can't control what my husband says. No, you have to. Why wouldn't you back your husband? I mean, I don't know. That didn't sit right with me.
It was
It's so
funny.
funny
Of
though.
course you're gonna laugh. Get
Yeah,
over it,
because they were
Erica.
drinking on top of that. Yeah, they were
Yeah.
drinking, laughing, and and you hear the story like you said, you roll down your
Mhm.
car's tumbling, and the first thing you go, no, not the head injury. Look at this ankle.
None
Like,
of what Erica has said has made sense.
yeah, like that doesn't make any sense.
Be
That
mad
was
at yourself and not how people react to the stories you tell, Erica.
Exactly.
if you want people to, call you a liar, then don't do it.
I mean, okay, the art of a good liar, the number one rule, remember your lies. She failed. I'm sorry. That story, it didn't evolve. It just changed every
Right.
time she said it. And then when she threw in the allegedly when they were in
On the beach.
Del Mar, yeah, down there by San Diego. When they went down there and then the allegedly started getting, it was just over the top. That
Right.
was Jamal, did I send it to you, the evolving of that story and how she told it differently
Yes.
every time?
It's like 5 evolutions or something. It was hilarious.
Yes.
Yeah. It was just not. Yeah. I really want Andy not to be there because I think he was still soft on her. My personal opinion. I still think he was soft on her.
I
I
agree
still
with
say
you.
we need Camille to do the reunion.
But you know what?
Yeah.
He asked good questions, but he
Yeah.
allowed her to skate out of them
Yeah.
and then didn't follow up.
He put her 10 toes down. Yeah, he did. He just let it go. And he answered one of her questions for her. Yeah, I just think
He
that he
needed a
should.
lot of help.
Yeah, I don't think he should have did that. I just think that I do like Andy's franchise. I'm glad that he brought it to us and we can comment on it. And he made a community out of this franchise. Technically, there's so many people who are commenting on it, and bloggers. Who built businesses. There's a lot of people who their livelihood is making commentary off of the Bravo ladies. But I really think he should just use somebody else to do the interviews.
It would be nice if he would go back to his behind the scenes
Yeah.
role and not try to be a star or
Everywhere.
a diamond holder or a peach holder or a champagne flute holder. It's I'm tired of him.
Yeah.
I'm tired of him.
Yeah, I just really like somebody else to do it. Just because he just, like you said, he let her skate out. Half those questions, it just didn't sound right to us. It didn't sound right to him. There's no way.
Because she never, like the majority of the questions, did you notice that she never really answered the actual question? She did a slight veer off and then went off into another topic. That's what maybe they should have done, like a professional journalist for this particular reunion and not him, who knows how to do a follow-up question.
Yeah.
And dare I say, interrogate.
Yeah. Well, we just need someone who's tougher on these ladies when it comes to like stuff like that, just a little bit, especially when when it's talking about victims, we just want the answers, I don't know what I was looking to hear, but I wasn't satisfied. So
There's just no direct answer to the direct questions. That's pretty much what we were looking for. And and when she said like, I'm here, you can ask me anything. Well, they asked you anything and you still didn't answer.
Yeah, she got mad at. She's like, so when Sutton was trying to have a conversation with her at Kathy's dinner, she was getting mad. She was super upset. Then you're not ready to answer the questions. She was very upset with Sutton.
And she was primed to answer them because Lisa told her what was coming her way. And yet she couldn't get control of her emotions, you
Mhm.
know. But I think she knows who she can bully and who she can't, and she's testing the water with Andy in this reunion. Is she going to go all the way off on him? Probably not. She'll probably
Ooh,
target other castmates.
I like this.
Um,
Andy should have done a one-on-one with Erica during the reunion. I like that idea. Like
no,
they
because
could
then her lawyers wouldn't have approved of that. Because if she
fair
can't keep her shit or her story together
in a
on
group.
a regular set or on a reunion with these with four women playing pinch hitter for her and backing her up, she's not going to be able to do it on her own. And if they can't get editorial rights to splice it to so that she doesn't incriminate herself, they're not going to let her do it. I think she's pushed this as far as she can push it for a paycheck.
Yeah,
Mm.
because next year next season she won't have a storyline. I
She's
don't
going to
see
be
her.
dating because they've already
Oh,
planted it. Yeah, they've released stories that she's dating.
oh, so
and
it's
and there
Garcelle.
was yeah, but we don't care about who does Garcelle date. We want to see what old coot she getting to be her next financier in her life, because mama needs some new plastic surgery. She looking real rough in this reunion.
Well, they all looked rough this reunion, so
Yeah, true.
they
Well,
all.
anyway, let Jamal, how's your AirPods?
I need to charge
You need to
because
charge.
we have another show in half an hour, so I'm gonna drop
Yes.
down. Ebony, always good to see you. Thanks for
Yes,
coming
great.
up.
Thank
Yes,
you.
thank you.
If you can make it because we're going through Twitter and Instagram, so they acting a fool. If you can make it, love to see
Okay.
you.
Okay.
Oh,
Thanks,
yeah.
guys. See you later. Have a great
See you
one.
Bye.
later.
Okay, so guys, join us back in 30 minutes. We're going to do this week in Twitter and IG. We're going to let Jamal recharge. Jamal, you need to go old school like me.
Mine don't work. I have those.
No, this is one of the Apple ones.
I know mine are too, and they don't.
Oh,
Yeah, my.
you got them bamboozle bootleg ones from
Oh
Amazon.
no, they Apple. They say Apple on from Walmart. Don't play with me.
Well, everything out of China say Apple.
Shut up. But you need to find someone that actually connects to the laptop. So I would prefer those.
Okay. All right. So, guys, come and join us back. This has been the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, season 11, episode 23, reunion part 3. Nothing burger, really. Join us again next week. We're going to do the final part of this, get it over with. Come back in 30 minutes to watch the crap that's going on social media. And tomorrow we have 2 shows. We have Whitney at 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific, and we have Say on our backup channel, Say It Be It. We are exploring the whole R. Kelly situation. So join us. See y'all in a little bit.
All right. Bye.
Bye.